What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 14. So, before we get into this episode, as stated previously, we do have quite a bit of optional content to start running through here. So, for one, we're going to quickly jump on back to Rosa Isabel Street. And we picked up this wine bottle back in the arcade about 2 episodes back. So, like I said, all we got to do is turn this in. Pretty straightforward, it only takes a second. However, we still have Trinity keys and a few other things to get into. Alright, so I'm sure you guys probably remember, it's really just a straight shot. As soon as you can make a left, do so and follow it around. It's really that simple. It's not really that important, or even, that rewarding for that matter, but needs done. Needs done. Thank you. If they follow us, we'll put them down. If not, we ain't worried about it. So back to the old woman in the window. Here was the wine, Vanini commemorative coin. So with this, we could actually turn that into Vanini's butler, and go ahead and get a reward for it. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but stuff. It's just stuff. However, from here, while we're already in this chapter, let's go on back to Estella Opera House stage. And this one's actually a pretty short trip. So from here, if you just backtrack, if you guys remember, we dropped down that hole, and it did lead us on a little side path while we were here. However, there's also a door. So we picked up that key last episode. And then pop your chest. And there we go. So we are all caught up to this point. That converter can be nice. There's definitely some enemies in our next chapter that are going to be doing fire damage. It's going to be the best bet, at this point of where we are. Now, from here, we could just go ahead and save some time. So the last area we did, the Grand Exhibition, we actually got a key for a door that, once again, we ran out of time. There's other things we had to get into, so we never had the time to get this done. So we're gonna quickly jump on over there. I told you it's quite a bit, quite a bit. We're through a lot of it, not all, but a lot. So Grand Exhibition Gallery. Now, as always, if you want to take out the enemies, feel free to do so. All we're going to be doing is just running straight for a shortcut. Then we can go on over here to the left. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond. Okay, I couldn't remember if that guy responded. Then I started thinking, like, wait, he dropped a not guaranteed item, so he shouldn't. Because I had us doing this before this point in our notes. We just ran out of time. I thought the brawler came back. Wasn't quite sure. So, not a big deal. Now, as mentioned before, this is going to be a statue. Now, you can go to the statue anytime you want to respec, but we could just go to the tree, So it's another area to do this. In fact, when the game first came out, everyone kept saying, oh, if you want to respec your character, you have to wait all the way to, chapter 8. And it's not true. You could do it in chapter 5, much earlier. If you just, you pay attention. And it's not like you can miss the tree, so I never understood, why people were saying that. Did you have a little bit of story context with, or just, exhaust your dialogue. You got levels to get them. Go over everything. Like I said, you never know what's locked behind dialogue and what isn't. So if we go through it all, we're not worried about it. Then if you simply go on over here to the statue, investigate Sanctress of Mercy statue. You puppets who dreams of new life offer a gold coin fruit. So it's the same shit, it's the same shit as always. It's not something that we had to do, but once again, 100% walkthrough. So from here, Hotel Stargazer. Now, once we make it here, like I said, there's going to be a few things going on. So you can go and talk to Belle.
I'm afraid you.
Her quest doesn't come till later on. Just exhaust her dialogue. She has a partner. We will run into him not this chapter, but next chapter. Then we'll get to that quest, get a record for this. Go through their quest. But like I said, we're not really into this right now. Talking to the butler, we're going to show the commemorative coin. Appraisal, commemorative coin. Go through his dialogue. Half moonstone. So that's actually pretty decent too, if I'm being honest.
I just, in a way.
He has more, he's going to have more dialogue.
The
Great Covenant.
So, however, it does the crown. Or if
So
it's
while we're here, go through it all, get it all done. Aside from that, I'm going over to Eugenie. She's going to give you a pair of gloves for Alidoro. She's going to tell you how Alidoro is a hero who saved her life once. Now, doing so, he lost a finger, so she made 4-finger gloves. Now, when we go give these gloves to him, he's going to bitch about them. He's like, what kind of cheaply fucking made gloves are this? And this is pretty much letting you know that he's not the real Alidoro, right? And we'll get into that later. I mean, not to spoil anything, Game's been up for a few years. And like I said, I won't spoil anything before I have to. If it is your first playthrough, but it's I have to time. You know what I mean?
Lady Antonia, I have heard
So he's going to tell you that Lady Antonio is sick and wants you to find a way to cure her. So let's go through his dialogue. Now, once you get that dialogue from him, if you go on back over here, and you know what, while we're here...
Whatever choice you...
Okay, so we're good. I was just saying, make sure the dialogue's caught up. But we need to go talk to Giorgio. Once again, I'm almost certain I'm saying his name wrong. Give me a break, doing my best, but it is what it is. Look at that, we're getting it up there already. Alright, what we got, like 26 or something like that? Yep. Alright, so we're gonna go on in here and talk to G. I guess we'll call him G.
How's the cure? Even if
We will have a little bit of dialogue. Give gold coin fruit a cure for Antonia. Now, this does not have a happy ending. You don't give her the cure, she dies. You give her the cure, like, makes her have a stroke or something, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100%. But either way, she's gonna die, But we do want to go ahead and give her the cure so we can get an item from her later on that is, trophy related. So you have, I would not use the cure or use it.
Yes. Thank you, so I will.
Alright, Radiant Ergo Fragment. Like I said, you're going to have to go through 2 different playthroughs and do it both ways. So one playthrough, we have to give the cure. The other, I would recommend not giving the cure. Whatever you do this playthrough, do the opposite. Your next playthrough, you're pretty much going to get your platinum aside from any weapons you might be missing or records you might be missing. And like I said, it's pretty much straightforward. Do all the NPC quests. Go through the game one way, make one choice. Go through the game the other way. Making all the opposite choices, collect everything, platinum. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, all in all. Now, with all that caught up, there's one last thing I want to do, because I know that, we've been using Trinity keys, and we've been popping chests, and picking up some quartz. I don't know if we have 2 or 3, but I do know if we have 3, we can go ahead and get, like, a second grindstone use, or, we can get some pretty good stuff. So let's see what we got. I mean, regardless, we can get good passives. No matter what we have, we're still in our next phase of... Yeah, look at that. We got the 3 we need. So we can do Fable slot, Ring slot, Perfect Guard cost stiffness, which I love this. I get all 4 of these. They're all really good. Special grindstone uses. It's so fucking hard to make a choice here, guys. I'm going to go with special uses first. So now we're all the way down here. So check it out. Enhanced Fable Arts Attack 2. So it's going to... On your Fable Arts, your special attacks can get much more damage. Lower weapon durability consumption, lower natural recovery upon weapon attack. This is about the enemy's health bar because they have that gauge too, obviously. Increase weapon attack if you're out of, let me pick that one up for sure. But if you're out of healing, you can increase your weapon attack. Now, increase pulse sales. That's a really good one. Special grindstone also weapon durability. That one's actually pretty nice. And you could respec this. Go with what works for you now, you know? And you could respec it later. A few things I want. I'm trying to make a choice here. That is good. So's that. Increase pulse cells. Perfect guard. Gives you health. I mean, that's good. I do believe we should get another heal, though. And then... like I said, that is nice. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up going with Charge Legion 1, eliminating enemy 2. So, you know, it's giving us more damage and everything else. So, like I said, I like all of these. Even this one's really good. So, when you do a perfect guard, the enemy will actually, like, stagger back and just really fucking open them up. You know, really open them up. And there's other tiers, too. In fact, once you get towards the end of the game, you could actually equip 2 Legion arms and, you know, swap, like, easily swap between 2 of them. You don't have to go to a checkpoint. Like, you just, like, hit, I forgot what button it is, but you just hit a button to switch on over to it. So, it's really, really good. You know, just stuff that is going to eventually come to you. Now, either way, guys, like I said, we had a lot to do. We're already 12 minutes in. It is what it is. You know, it takes some time. So at this point, go through all your chapters, guys. If there's any, you know, indication that you have anything left undone, now's the time. You know, we're sitting here at chapter fucking, what, 8? So you're getting close. You got 3 chapters left, including the one we're at. That is it. That is it. So there's like a really big junkyard, which is actually like a graveyard for puppets. It's pretty cool. Then we have like a corrupted downtown area, and we're just pushing to the end game at that point. So, like I said, it's not too much going on. So what we're going to be doing for this episode is working on over to where Aladora is and getting this shortcut. Like I said, it's a big area. It gets really open. You got a few episodes here, guys. A few episodes here for sure. So going on down from this point, Jimmy's Iron Protection, you're going to see a blast from the past. Oh, come on. Damn, both? Missed both? That's usually not the case. Let's see how much more damage we're getting on this. Ooh. It's up there. Thank you. He's worth almost 1,000 right now, so it's like 9 something. Alright, so definitely go for whatever you can fire protection, guys. We talked about this before. So you just picked up that, which is, you know, really nice for where we're going. We got the best frame on. This just put on what's going to give you the best to everything. Which, you know, can't beat what we got here. The liner, I keep saying I'm going to pick up another one and keep forgetting to do it. So we'll do that here shortly. I do like to use my puppet string here, guys. Like I said, not only does it pull enemies closer, but it also interrupts their attacks or kind of locks them down. It does make dealing with those smaller enemies much, much easier. Now, there's a lot of just explosive bullshit, enemies hiding and shooting at you, and this area kind of sucks a little bit. Well, this corner. Well, I mean, the whole area sucks. Don't get me wrong, but there's just certain instances where you're dealing with, like, gank traps and stuff like that. So I usually run wide here. Quickly get to him. He got it anyway. It's alright. He tried to be quick about it. Still, all in all, you know, not bad. Now, right over here, we're going to have a chest. You have a choice to make here, too, guys. You have a choice to make. Just go through, look at what you got. Because the fact of the matter is some enemies do fire. Some enemies are going to do electric damage. All in all, I mean, you're going to have cannons fired at you. You've got a few of those fire bots. I mean, you have so many enemies doing electric damage, too. That's what I said. And look, so it's either reduce your fire damage or reduce your electric damage. It's up to you guys. I think I'll probably just stick with the one we got. Because this was behind a Trinity door, so that makes me feel like, all in all, it would, you know, be a better option. Now, moving on down from here, there are a few traps. Yeah, right here. There's going to be guys on the other side firing at you. So you do want to move quick. As we go down... Oh, we took off our resistance. We need to put that back on. Now it's not a good time. I'll just heal through it. Yeah, for the area, definitely put on your resistances, guys. See if I can quickly get to it. I thought we still had them on from before. I guess I did take them off. But just in case, for your regular resistances. So we'll go to the left. Grab this. Now, resistance does not make you immune, guys. You know, it just takes longer for that bar to, to fill up and corrupt you. Hey, dickhead. Thank you. Alright. Now once you get here, now it's the fun part. So if you guys remember the Mad Clown we fought, well now you have another one. But now he's going to be using elemental power. So it's going to be good fun. He loves just to absolutely fucking spam his special art too. So just try, I mean if you can chase him down. I think the puppet string works pretty good with our attack link, but you got to find the opening. Damage go off there. Yeah, look at that fucking damage. Thank you. Ah, come on, Brendan. Gotta go faster. I told you, he's gonna fucking spam it. Damn, dude. Yeah. You know what? That's done. You're done. Fun while it lasts. I gotta say, brother. That's just... Oh, why does that come out so much faster? Why are you doing so much more damage? There we go. All we gotta do is beat his time. Hopefully, we can just lock him down. There we go. So, super fucking annoying, as you can see. Do your best, but he is probably one of the most fucking annoying enemies there are. Now watch out, because you do got traps here. Thank you. Yeah. How'd that work out for you, bub? How'd that work out for you, bub? So this next area, it's another area that's really easy to get killed. There's going to be a few guys firing at you. Just, a little bit of bullshit as you go through, for being honest. So if you go up, that's going to progress you. So we do want to make sure we make a point to go down first. It's nothing too rewarding either, if I'm being completely honest, but still. Uh-huh. Oop, timing was a bit off on that one. Stop it. Yep, Shinji gets you down, brother. You're just fucked. Goodbye. Thank you, my kind sir. And Radiant Ergo Fragment. Throwing cell. Yeah. Isn't that great? It's highly fucking rewarding. Highly fucking rewarding. But, I mean, we did get quite a bit of ergo and, stuff that get levels and just more items that we might want to use later on. So, I mean, it's definitely worth it. Really, just for the ergo itself, it's worth it. So, I like to backtrack for this. Reason being, if you walk out there, these guys are going to knock you off and most likely kill you. Especially with us. We have one heal, we're not going to be able to get much health. Let's see, motherfucker. Yep. Thank you. Glad we got that heal upgrade. Not just, getting up to 9 heals, but healing efficiency, because, yeah. It's almost fully killing us with one, even at low health. And our health bar is not exactly small, you know. Some upgrades are really paying off. That's what I told you guys. Is, you know, you don't have to take my recommendations, but we're gonna make sure that staying alive is our biggest goal. Damage is gonna come. You know, it always does. Now, as soon as you go out, what we're gonna recommend doing first is knock over your shortcut. We're out of healing, and I want to make sure that everybody is able to save themselves a run back. So this is gonna fly down the hill. It's gonna open up your shortcut. Now, with that being said, before we leave, we are going to go up here and fight a pretty formidable guy and get you a nice ring. With that, though, I do want to say, it shouldn't be too bad. It's not like you never fought this guy before, but he's tougher. It's like one of those soldiers we were just fighting going through that last area. But he's got a lot more health. He's got a lot more damage, and he could definitely give you trouble. He's buffed up with fucking fire. That'll do. There we go. Recharge amulet. Star fragment is, happened to be what he dropped. And if you guys want, we could actually just jump on back to the Hotel Stargazer. I guess I should wait. We should have went down and talked to Alidoro and then did that. But we're probably not going to talk to Alidoro until next episode. You start the quest in this episode, but to be honest, the way it plays out, it takes multiple episodes to get going. Because the area's so big. So by the time you handed the gloves and come back, and you're going to have to progress where we were a lot further. There's a few reasons I did want to jump back. For one, I wanted to pick up some better liner. Not to mention, we still never picked up that. Never picked up that. We need that for our trophy. That. Then what liner is the best? I like to find one with, the most even slate. It's like, was that 6? We'll call it 6, 10, 8. But that's like 12, 5, 8, so. I think strike does the most damage, if I remember correctly. That's probably what we should want the most protection from. I like that, and it's pretty even, strike damage almost 10%, then you're almost 6 on slash, almost 8 on pierce, but then you look at that, it's like 12, 5 on strike, almost 8 on pierce, but then strike, because I think strike does the most damage, so let's get the Belford. Beyond that, can we sell to him? Yes, we can. Do we not turn that in? Oh, yeah, we gotta do that. It's okay. So it's 1,000, 100, 2,700. Okay, still just 1 skill point. Aside from that, we should be good on everything. Yeah, we just got the gloves. Okay, that's what I thought.
No matter what, serving her. Welcome.
So he's talking about Antonia. And while we're here with this, you can go talk to her. The cure kind of makes her loopy. Makes her act kind of strange.
Oh, I've been in such
a good mood all day. Yeah, so just go through her dialogue. Get that knocked out. Yeah, we're just going to grab a level. We're good to go. When we go talk to Alidoro, we're going to go grab a weapon. Now, this next choice, you don't really have a choice. And we'll talk about that here soon. Usually you can get when you turn your boss stuff, you can either get the ring, or you can get the weapon. However, the weapon here, we have to have, because we need to show it to a very specific merchant. There's some backstory and some history to it, and it is part of a quest line. So like I said, we don't really have a choice this time around. I guess before we wrap up, guys, we'll just go back to Barren Swamp entrance and go ahead and at least do this part of Alidoro's quest. Now, the thing about Alidoro and Eugenie's quest, so, like I said, Eugenie knew Alidoro. He saved her. He lost a finger from doing it. Now, when we talk to Aldoro, he has all his fingers, and he bitches about the glove, the 4-finger glove she makes, and he realizes that he's an imposter. So if he lied to her, that leads to 1 record, and if you tell the truth, that leads to 1 record. So this is, one of those instances where it is 2 playthroughs. So we're gonna do this in a way where we tell her the truth this playthrough, then we'll lie to her the next.
Almost intolerable.
So go on over.
How do you do? Oh, don't pretend. In fairness, they say I have absconded. You're a worthy.
Let's go through his
You're a worthy
dialogue.
hunt.
So for one, talk about Eugenie's gloves.
What's this? Anyway.
And he just kind of bitches about him.
Oh dear. These gloves are a mess. They don't even fit. Is this a practical joke? My God, I never did like that girl. She's just like him. Oh.
Talk about the real Aldoro, because we find out the real Aldoro is actually her brother. That's why he saved her. Although the real Aldoro is a good dude, he saved everybody. Now you could get this temporarily increases physical damage upon a successful attack. Like that's really good, but this is quest related. We have no choice. Does go with our build. Slow and sluggish as shit, but man, is it cool. Just to show this off, this is one of those really, really unique weapons. So it's called Frozen Feast. Big sluggish son of a bitch. It is cool. It's a lot of fun. So as you attack, the stone is going to start to chip off, and then it does pretty much damage over time. That's how it's going to work. So this right here just takes all that stone off for you, speeds up the attacks. Think about even giving it a damage boost, but over time, the stone comes back, and that's the game. It keeps coming back and keep coming back. I think if we hit something with it, it'll start to chip off. So what it's doing is it's going to speed up as you go. I think it's more of a New Game Plus weapon for sure, because the amount of stamina that it's going to need, and even levels to get good damage. But it's a choice, it's a choice. Either way, guys, now that we have that, just so we don't have to hop around next episode, we're at the end. We're at the end. We actually do have the time. Let's get it done. Typically, I would turn the gloves into them. I'd progress all the way up to, get the next area done. Then I'd jump back. However, this does allow us to just get everything knocked out. So, makes life much easier. Now, remember, choices matter in this quest.
Did the gloves?
Did they make him happy? He was angry. He said the gloves were rubbish.
What? And no, I'm something to. In any case.
She's gonna say pretty much there's something up with him. I'm gonna investigate.
I know I sound obsessed, but when the workshop tower collapsed, he saved me. We could have starved to death trapped under the rubble. If it wasn't for Alidoro's sacrifice back then, I don't want to think about it. And yet I can't forget it. That's why it's so puzzling. It's not like his finger could grow back. Could you find out more about Alidoro for me? If I called it surveillance, would that be too cruel? In any case, we need to watch out. You be careful too.
Alrighty. So, like I said, that will, set us up for later. And do we have to talk to Grant? That was just twice. Yeah, so we're good. I did want to make sure, we've taken it this far.
No matter what, serving her. Welcome to.
Okay, then we already went through him. We already went through her dialogue, so we're good. I like to double check. We're not going to do this again. One and done, right? Barren Swamp entrance. So at this point, what we just did was a big loop around to get you to the main start of the area. Now back over there by Alidoro, if you push through there, that takes you to the real Barren Swamp, and that's where the zone really gets started. So that's what we're going to be doing next episode. Just going through and start knocking this area out. So at this point, we really have entered the end game technically after this chapter. Like I said, there's 2 chapters left after this, so, obviously things are going to step up. In between episodes, I just get your build dialed in, make sure you have all the upgrades you can get, change handles, get the best scaling. If you got to respec, dial in your stats, things of that nature, guys. Remember, you can even respec your quartz tree if you want to switch things up, but whatever suits your playstyle, you guys should just kind of dial in that build so things can be easy as they can be. As like I said, it is going to really pick up again. You know, it does that from time to time, but, you know, we have made it to that point. Either way, guys, with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up here. Y'all stay tuned. We'll catch you back here shortly.